let's talk about 3 dangerous beliefs that I believe can really slow down your progress, really slow down and hamper your ability to achieve success in 2018. So these are the 3 dangerous beliefs. Belief number 1, I already know this. I know this already. Yeah, I know this. Get to the good stuff, all right? Watch yourself. Watch yourself here. Be careful to not fall into this trap of thinking that, yeah, I know this already. Because what I've learned, what we've learned, over the last decade of growing MLSP and working with literally tens of thousands of entrepreneurs all around the world, what we've learned is that there is no secret to success. There is no magic bullet. Success is not complex and complicated. The things that will create success in business online are actually very simple. You see, I'm sure that you know this already, right? You should all know the basics of building a business online. It comes down to 3 simple activities. Build your audience, engage your audience, and sell to your audience. That literally is online marketing in 3 steps. There is nothing more you need to know than those 3 steps. It literally is that simple. So I am sure that all of you know this already, and yet the success isn't there, right? The goals have not been achieved. All these people who already know this for some reason or another still don't have success. So it's not really about knowing more, but be careful about saying, oh, I know this already, and dismissing what you still need to learn. What you need to learn on how to actually execute, how to put your knowledge into action, right? That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where the real difficulty is taking the knowledge and putting it into action. So be careful about dismissing things and saying, I know this already. I don't need help there. I already know this. It's just not working, right? That's the real challenge here, is taking that knowledge and executing it. All right, let's talk about belief number 2. And this is a really, really dangerous belief. I just need to work harder. I just need to grind it out a bit more. I'm just not working hard enough. If I just had a little more time in my day, then I'd be successful. If I could just work a little bit harder, then I'd be successful. This is a really dangerous belief, because I will tell you right now, it is not about working harder. It is not about grinding it harder and harder and harder in your business. It's not about working 16-hour days, all right, until you can't work anymore. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about doing the right things and not just about staying busy, keeping busy, and working harder. Because if you believe that you just need to work harder, be very, very careful, because I guarantee you will, but I can't guarantee you that the results will be there, right? If you have this belief that you just need to work harder, you will work harder and harder and harder, but there is no guarantee you will have any better results. And this is why I say it's a really dangerous belief, because it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about understanding what you need to be working on. And this is the critical difference, right? This is the critical distinction that you must understand. Understanding what specifically you should be working on and how specifically you can improve your results. It is not about just working harder. The third belief, I can't afford help. So there's a lot of you here right now on this webinar that obviously need some additional help. It's why you're here inside of the MLSP community, right? It's why you're plugged into the training. It's why you're on this webinar, right? But there's so many people in this industry that will continue to believe that they can't afford help. Well, once I get this, or once I start making sales, then I'll get help. Then I'll buy that course. Then I'll hire a coach. Then I'll be able to go to that event. How many times have you thought that to yourself? How many times have you seen other people maybe on your team or members of yours, have you seen use this excuse as well? I can't afford help, right? I'm gonna share with you an example a little bit later on. I'll show you how you can't not afford help, right? Not getting help when you need it the most if you don't do it, will actually cost you more money in the long run. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of examples there as well. So be careful about this belief, I can't afford help. And you guys understand this. It's why you're here inside of MLSP. You understand how important it is to invest in yourself. It's why you're a part of MLSP. It's why you're a member. It's why you've invested in training and in education. Some of you in mentorship and coaching programs. Some of you have attended our workshops and our events. You understand how important it is to invest in your education.